surfer in the lineup will medal at least a copper, and these are the 4 surfers in the lineup. We actually have 2 Japanese competitors for the first time that will medal. They've never medaled in the history at the ISA World Games.
Representing Team Japan, Kanoa Igarashi. From Argentina, Santiago Muniz. From Peru, Luca Macinas. And also representing Team Japan, Shun Murakami. This is a stacked superheat for the grand finals here, and as it should be. These surfers have done so much hard work to get here. So, and here we are. This is going to be a 25-minute final. No intimates out here. You got to perform radical controlled maneuvers in the most critical section of the wave. And of course, innovation progressive will be scored high.
Well, those are the boxes there that I was making note of, that they will look to tick. They want that.
And here's how it started. Kanoa Igarashi, a solid score.
Yeah, already knocking on the excellent range of 7.67. Just getting started here. 2 quick turns, and this thing starts to get busy on the inside. He sees the opportunity. Section coming at him. Quick speed turn. Continuing with that momentum down the line. Now it goes vertical. He goes vertical, and he shows a lot of passion right behind him. The other Japanese competitor, 1-2 punch right up into the lip. Regains himself back out into the open face. So Japan opening up strong. That last wave there for blue was a 5.33. And then Santiago, our 2011 gold medalist, looking to do it again here in 2018. He finds a beautiful reform there on the inside. Gets up into the lip one more time. So after that first exchange and looking back, it was Kanoa Igarashi getting the 7.67, Shun Murakami getting the 5.33, and then the 4.5 going to Santiago Muniz. So a great PO in an area, a region called Chiba at Shida Beach. And these surfers right here have aspirations to make it to those Olympics. Here we go, Santiago Muniz.
A pair of lightning fast turns from Santiago. Throws in a third. So Santiago throwing everything at that wave. The speed was there. The power was there. The only thing I see lacking is flow. You know, a little bit excitable through his turns, but the fact that he was able to fit those 3 big turns in that short of a space was incredible.
Yeah, these first 2 turns right here, you couldn't have done anything better, Chris, but I think right here is what you referenced. Gets a little bit flat right there, and then again a little bit slidey, but there was nothing left in that wave, so he had to go to that tight fins on the board. And we'll talk a little bit about this man's surfboard here in a minute.
Here's Kanoa Igarashi. Bam! Big backside whipping tail slide. And he goes down. So that was one of the first unforced errors I've seen from Kanoa Igarashi in this entire event.
They have difficulty in those first 2 maneuvers, the power that went into these first 2 maneuvers, and look at the flow. Straight up into it. As soon as he comes out of it, sets the rail in the water and back up into it again. You see how much water is flying up behind that wave. What that does is shows the judges that, hey, he hit it, perfect timing on the lip. There was power involved. It was right in the lip where the judges want to see those maneuvers performed. We talked about the degree of difficulty. He was right there in the spot, and speed, power, flow was all there, and it's almost an excellent score. An excellent score is 8 and above, comes through to a 7.90, so just shy of the excellent score, but it's enough to put him in first place, currently sitting potentially with a gold medal.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking how quickly he was able to get those turns in. Kanoa Igarashi
strategy that he's employing right now. Shun Murakami, he's been a standout the entire event. He's got a low score right now in his scoreline of a 5.33. Let's see what he does here.
Well, he finishes up that first turn. He's up and out, so nothing happening for Shun Murakami on that wave. Luca Macinas now getting involved. His first wave caught with almost about 10 minutes gone in this final, so that was not a good opener for Luca Macinas representing Peru. Right there, he's going to want to get straight back into the takeoff zone. So Santiago Muniz with that lead, a 7.9 and a 4.5. Kanoa Igarashi looking for a 4.74 if he wants to retake the lead and potentially get that gold medal. All 4 surfers in this final will be receiving medals. Go, Luca Macinas. This was with 3rd priority. Nice vertical snapping turn, finishing up with a 2nd turn. As he makes his way to the inside here, there was a pair of solid backside snaps with a pretty minimal 3rd turn, but the work had been done on that outside section.
So on a situation like that, that wave is very similar, as we'll break this down and look at it, very similar to the wave that we saw, a massive score come from Santiago on the left-hander. The difference is, though, you don't see quite the spray going out the back. You don't quite see the degree of difficulty. This was the wave I was referencing here, a lot more similar to the wave we saw from Santiago. 2 times, good turns, and it's going to be a good score, but I think it's it's going to be a little bit shy of that 7.90 we saw from Santiago. But that's what the judges will do. They'll think about, okay, where is the scale at based on this heat? We know that our highest single wave score is a 7.9 for a similar wave to that. Let's compare the two. Let's watch the video and break it down and then put the scores in. Our 5 judges on the panel today, Chris, they are writing down the scores manually as the action takes place. They watch the video, then they break it down. They go not quite as critical in the sections where he performed those maneuvers. Nonetheless, great surfing, and it's enough to put him into first place. So now it puts the pressure on Santiago, Kanoa, and Shun Murakami with 11 minutes on the clock. A gold medal on the line, Chris. Exciting times.
Each pack to the water's edge, watching, waiting, hoping that their home team can do it. Shun Murakami there taking off with second priority. Goes up and out. Here goes Kanoa Igarashi. Quick snap to start. Building speed down the line. High speed floater. Solid finish there for Igarashi. It was a smaller wave, but it was really fast down the line. He did about as much as he could have done on that wave. So Kanoa Igarashi looking for a 5.26. Now it's up to the judges.
Yeah, you look at a wave like that and you go, well, you know, it really didn't have the woe factor. Well, keep in mind, he doesn't need a score that's going to warrant the woe factor. He only needs a 5.26. So that's kind of what he's surfing for right now. Let's see what he does here. Comes off the top. Nice turn to set up a lot of speed down the line as he floats that section, transitions into the next one, climbs up and over it. So utilizing every space that he had opportunity to turn on there. 5.2
didn't make it easy for Kanoa Igarashi. He did all the work there, and he was rewarded with a 6. So now Kanoa Igarashi jumps back into the lead with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to get the unique ability to generate so much speed, even on small waves like that. That wasn't the wave he was looking for, so he gets out of that quickly to get back into the fray and join the fellow 3 competitors out in the takeoff zone. In that top priority spot is
same shapers. Let's see what we get out of Santiago on this one.
Santiago had his pick of waves, and he is engaged right now in this zippy fast right-hander. Third turn, Santiago going lightning fast down the line, but goes down on his 4th turn. Maybe just trying a bit too hard, pushing his board to the limit there. He goes down. There is a fine line between the flow element and trying too much on the wave. And Santiago crossed it there, falling on his final turn.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Chris, and I'm curious to see how they score that wave because he was pushing it, a lot of speed, a lot of turns on that wave, but you didn't see the flow and the dynamics that we saw on the left-hander. You see a lot of kind of in between double pumps there. It's not the rail-to-rail surfing we saw on the left, and then right there he gets a little ahead of himself and he goes down. He was looking to better a 4.5. He will do that. But could he have gotten a little bit better score there?
Throw it out there. It's a 6.73. It's going to be enough for Santiago Muniz now to jump back in the lead. Now Kanoa needs a 6.97 to retake that top spot. Luca Messinas needs an 8.13. And Shun Murakami, who's been quiet in this final, now needs a 9.30.
Santiago Muniz, and he's in that position to do it again. And he's up and riding, looking to better the scoreline.
Well, he's looking to better a 6.73. His backhand has proved lethal in this final. He's still at it, hammering this wave. And he's very excitable as he goes down the line, and you see he just wants everything that wave has to offer. You gotta love a surfer who goes into every turn with such vicious intent. We've got 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the final, the grand final here for the Urban Research ISA World Surfing Games. Here's that last wave from Santiago Muniz.
Yeah, here we go. He's looking to better a 6.73. He's trying to make everything that he can out of this wave, trying to get up in the lip multiple times, but just not much power in that wave, not much degree of difficulty in that wave. And I don't think he's going to better the 6.73. Looks like scores have already dropped. It's a 5.60, so Wilkin big. It's not going to happen there, Chris.
Yeah, sure knows that wave wasn't giving any.
Off on that wave to relinquish priority 2 to Kanoa? I don't know. Something to think about.
I think he was looking down the line. That wave had the size. We'll see if teamwork is coming into play here. If I'm Shun Murakami, I think I could go and hinder some of the other competitors in this heat. Maybe give Kanoa a better chance. We got a set coming through the takeoff area. Kanoa Igarashi has to give way to Luca Messinas. 51 seconds to go. Here goes Shun Murakami. His backhand has been looking sharp throughout this entire competition as well. Goes into his second turn, winding up. Nothing else for Shun Murakami, so just 2 turns. He's going to get rid of that 2.27, no doubt. Now the judge is looking extra closely at the action happening in the lineup now. Keep your eyes on surfer in red. That is Kanoa Igarashi. There you see the leader, Santiago Muniz,
20
paddling
seconds,
towards
Chris.
Kanoa Igarashi to potentially get his peripheral vision. Is there a wave for Kanoa Igarashi?
15 seconds. Santiago is trying to get up into that area over there too, just to maybe rattle the cage. 8 seconds to go.
Will this wave come in time for Kanoa Igarashi? And as it stands now, it's not going to happen. And the winner of the 2018 Urban Research ISA World Surfing Games is Santiago Muniz, representing Team Argentina. And the Argentinian squad is going nuts on the beach, as they should. What a performance for Santiago Muniz.